Hey everybody, William Brumbach here with another tutorial on how to use Soundtrap. So today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be delving into using more of the software instruments, how to make beats, how to use drums, and how to do the synths. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to add a new track. So let's click on the Add New Track button, and now let's go down to Synthesizer. Okay. Now synthesizers are really cool. They have so many cool sounds. Now before we can learn how to do this, we have to know what all of this means right here. Okay, so it's clicked on instrument. In front of you is a piano. Now if you have a MIDI keyboard at home, then you just use the MIDI keyboard and that's how you play it in. If you don't have access to a MIDI keyboard, take a look at the keyboard here and notice these little letters in these little blocks. Now take a look at your keyboard that you use to type with, and you'll find that these correspond to the bottom row of Z. So we've got Z, X, C, V, B, N, M. And here we have S, D, then G, H, J, okay? And it kind of like tries to mimic what's going on with the keyboard, but obviously the keyboard is limited, so it's going to change up a little bit. But for this part here, is mostly kind of mimicked on the keyboard. So on my MIDI keyboard, I can press it like this. On my regular keyboard, I can press it like this. Okay, with the regular keyboard, you'll have to be doing a lot more octave switching and stuff, but that's okay. So the sustain button here is basically like a sustain pedal on a piano. If you don't know what that is, it lets the note ring out. And the octave will switch this so that you can play higher or lower. For example, if I click on this, all right? Now let's go down an octave. Okay. So let's bring it back to where it was, which is on C3. Now all this here, okay, the pan means right or left. So listen. Okay. Volume means how loud it gets. Now reverb. So no reverb. Why is that? Okay, there you go. Okay. Alright, delay is kind of cool. It's that echo that you can add to it. If I take it off, alright, frequency is kind of like EQing. What it really is we call that a filter. So you can kind of experiment with the different sounds. Kind of a similar thing with the resonance, okay? Now, here we have like tweak, effects, save preset. Don't worry about that too much. So you may be asking yourself, well, here's instrument. Now we have piano roll. Again, piano roll is where you can edit the notes, all right? So what we're going to do is on our keyboard, we're going to bring our cursor here. And then we're going to hit record, and we're going to go C, D, E, F, G, or if you have a regular keyboard, Z, X, C, V, B. It's going to be a little confusing at first until you get used to it. And I forgot to turn the metronome on, so make sure you turn the metronome on, and let's lower the tempo. Let's do it more like 100, okay? Hit confirm. Now let's hit record. C, D, E, F, G. Alright, now I'm going to hit stop. And you'll notice how it puts this region right here. Now let's go over to the piano roll. Oh, there's the notes that we just played, okay? Now what's cool here is if I grab this, alright, you can kind of change stuff. Split region, mute region, alright, and I'm going to click on this, and you can move it up and down if you want, alright. If I click on this region here, you can hit edit, and I'm going to do something called quantize, and what that does is it lines it up to the grid, so let's do that, and it makes it snap to all of these lines, so it's not too late or it's not too soon, okay. Now up here you have this edit window, So we're going to go to V. V means velocity, and that's going to be how hard the note hits. All right, so it could go super quiet, or it could go super loud. So you're just going to... All right, now on some synths and stuff, it doesn't really work. That's more for like wind instruments and all that stuff. So let's go back to instrument here, all right? And now we played that, but let's say, well, you know what? I don't want this sound anymore. Let's go here. Let's change it to strings, okay? Viola chamber. No. Let's do string section chamber, okay? Now let's play it. All right, so that's the basics of learning how to do the MIDI instruments. Now, again, you can change it to anything you want. We got guitars, you got keyboards, you got some drums. We'll explore more of the drum stuff in the next lesson, okay? And then you can kind of practice playing in the melodies that way when you hit record, all right? And this is how you can like program your own stuff on top of the loops that you've already done. All right, guys? So what you want to do is you want to experiment with that, give it a shot, have some fun, and I'll catch you in the next lesson.